Imagine a planet. It has no sun. It has no morning, as if it were left in darkness the moment it was born. This darkness is not an ending, but a beginning never defined by light. It knows neither before nor after. There is no star it revolves around, no orbit to give it direction, no line to hold on to, no path to follow. There is no center calling it. There has never been a point it needed to return to. From the very beginning, it has been unfamiliar with the idea of return. It is simply moving, without knowing where it is going and without ever considering stopping. This movement is not an escape. It is a form of existence where stopping is meaningless, not because it has to move, but because not moving has never been an option. Within the universe, belonging nowhere, yet never detached from the universe itself. At first glance, this feels like a lack, because we have always tied existence to a center. If you are not orbiting something, we assume you must be drifting. We confuse having no center with being out of control. We mistake directionlessness for being lost. If there is no compass, we assume nothing is going right. But for these planets, it is different. They are not drifting. They are simply this way, undefined yet consistent. From the very beginning, holding on to nothing, detached from nothing, because there was never a bond they could break. For them, the concept of being lost does not exist, because there was never a place they were meant to be. The right place, the wrong place, none of it was ever defined. They are not marked on maps, because maps are drawn for those who are bound to a place, for those with a point of departure, for those who carry the idea of arrival. They have no address, no destination, no possibility of returning home, and this is not a deficiency. The idea of returning home belongs only to those who have a home. These planets do not carry such a burden. And perhaps that is exactly why they are the most honest objects in the universe. They do not perform. They do not pretend to be something else. They do not try to be anything other than what they are. They do not hide their nature. They do not attempt to explain themselves. These are real, and they are far more than you might think, not by their numbers, but by their meaning. They are called starless planets. But this name is not enough to describe how strange they truly are, because it only tells us what they lack, not what they are. Because these planets exist outside every system we understand, not at the edge of order, but completely beyond it. Even the language we use to describe them is shaped by star-bound systems. Our definitions are tuned to light. Our references are fixed to a center. We say orbit, but they have no orbit. We say center, but they have no center. We say near, but it is unclear what they could be near to. Even words struggle to adapt to them, because words, too, are accustomed to order. The universe has always told us the same story. A star is born, planets form around it, it gives light, warmth, and balance. This story gave us comfort, because it was understandable, because it repeated itself. There was a center, there was a direction, there was a sense of beginning and continuation. Everything was in its place. Everything could be predicted. Everything could be calculated. But this is only the story of ordered worlds. The rest of the universe is more scattered, more silent, less often told. And within this disorder are planets that lost their star, or never found one at all, worlds detached from light, worlds that never touched it. These worlds are not accidents pushed to the edge of the universe. They are a natural outcome of the system itself, proof that balance can break. Because the universe does not always produce order. Sometimes it only scatters. Sometimes it simply lets go. And what is scattered does not disappear. It only becomes directionless. It only becomes quiet. This directionlessness is not chaos. It is a form of existence that is unruled, yet steady, not unstable, but centerless. An existence with no root, yet unwilling to stop moving. An existence with no destination, yet unwilling to stop traveling. Some of them once belonged to a star. They were part of a system, they received light, they had orbits, they existed within an order. Perhaps they had seasons. Perhaps ice melted and refroze on their surfaces. Perhaps shadows formed. Perhaps one side was always colder. Perhaps sunrise slowly warmed the surface. Perhaps darkness was only a temporary visitor. Perhaps time was measured by the rhythm of light. But planetary systems are not always calm. Giant planets can pull and scatter smaller ones. Orbits can intersect. balance can break. And this disruption often begins unnoticed, quietly, slowly. First, a small deviation, then a calculation error, then an irreversible acceleration. And a moment comes. The planet is ejected from its own system. Too fast to ever return, too far to ever hear a call again. From that moment on, it is no longer a member of a planetary system. It is in exile. But this exile does not unfold like a movie scene. There is no explosion, no dramatic rupture. Only something ends. Light fades, heat drops, the star remains behind. And the planet becomes truly alone for the first time. This loneliness is not emptiness. It is like the disappearance of habits, like references being erased. Because for the planet, the greatest change is not the loss of light, but the absence of a center to return to. There is no longer a point that gives direction, no light to reference, no past to compare against. There is only movement, without knowing where it leads, without knowing what stopping even means. This movement is not to reach a destination. It is to avoid stopping. Some, however, are born alone from the very beginning. Clouds of gas and dust collapse enough to form a planet, but not enough to become a star. A world emerges, but no light is born beside it. And there is nothing to give it light. These planets never see a sun.
For this reason, there is no day on these worlds, and there is no night either, because day and night only gain meaning through the presence of light. Here, there is no light, only a long, uninterrupted darkness, with no beginning, with no end. But this darkness does not mean stillness. For a planet to be warm, a star is not always required. If its core contains radioactive elements, it can heat itself from within, on its own. This heat moves slowly. It is quiet, but persistent. For millions of years, it works without stopping, unseen. Its surface may be covered in ice, but beneath it, there is motion. Beneath a thick layer of ice, liquid oceans can form. Lightless, silent, hidden. These oceans have no sky, no horizon, but they have waves. And where there are waves, there is motion. Where there is motion, there is possibility. Some rogue planets may not be entirely hopeless for life. This idea challenges everything we think we know. Because until now, we have always searched for life around light, around heat, at the edge of shadow. Perhaps we were looking in the wrong place. Scientists believe that the number of rogue planets may be even greater, meaning that in the universe, worlds that have never known light may be far more common than we imagine. And we are moving through this darkness every moment. Yet most of the time, we are not even aware of it. Rogue planets remind us of this. The universe is not limited to what we can see. Where there is no light, physics still works, time still passes, matter still transforms. And perhaps life finds a way to endure. These planets may be the loneliest objects in the universe, but at the same time, they may be the most free. Because where there is no light, what is needed is not sight, but patience. And the universe keeps its greatest secrets hidden in the dark.